What is up guys? This is Bullshot, back again with another Call of Duty mobile video. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. So in today's video, I am gonna be covering the top 5 best guns to use inside of the Battle Royale after the release of this new Season 6 update. In my opinion, this is by far the best season for Battle Royale, because right now, we have a ton of new choices to use. The HS04 shotgun is back, and now you can get your hands on the purple Fennec, which is also available as a ground loot as well. Now, just like the top 5 video from the previous season, I am only gonna be using those weapons in this video, which are generally findable throughout the entire map, and basically discuss the best gunsmith loadout for each of these weapons. Another thing I want to mention before starting the video, this top 5 list will feature a total of 8 different weapons, because I have so many decent choices in this new season, I had to include some great alternatives for some of the weapons in this list. The entire thing may be a little bit longer, but the loadouts will be extremely helpful for all of my fellow viewers. That's why I am suggesting you to stick to the end of the video. Now, if this is your first time here in my channel, then be sure to press the subscribe button and turn on post notifications. It's a free service, and it will help me improve my contents by a pretty significant amount. I make some great tips and tricks videos and make some pretty powerful loadouts for the Battle Royale. And trust me, you don't want to miss out any of my custom build. Anyways, with that being said, let's get right into the video. Starting at number 5 spot, we have 2 different assault rifles. One of them is the CR56 AMAX, which is great for close to mid-range combats. And another one is the DRH, which is a great choice for mid to long-range engagements. Let's cover the DRH first. Currently there are 3 different variants of this assault rifle are available as ground loots. The green variant is an average choice. The purple one is pretty decent, although it uses the extended magazine instead of the OTM magazine, which you can get with the golden variant of this weapon. Although the golden variant is extremely hard to find, that's why the purple one is the way to go. It is a pretty easy to use high-tier assault rifle, as it does a pretty high amount of damage, and it has some pretty great recoil management. It also has some great mobility as well. The only downside of this assault rifle is the bullet spread accuracy, which can be improved using the perfect attachments. And trust me when I say, the DRH can be a great alternative for the mighty AK47, which is another powerful choice of weapon in the Battle Royale. Anyways, for the custom version of this weapon, I have mainly focused on the overall damage range and improved the ADS accuracy, which is a great downside with this assault rifle, and made it perfectly optimized for mid to long range engagements. The OWC marksman barrel will increase the damage range and improve the overall recoil management by a pretty significant amount. The OWC laser tactical will increase the aiming speed and improve the ADS bullet spread accuracy. The classic red dot sight is a must-have attachment, as most of the time, you are gonna be using only the ADS with this loadout. This optic attachment will be helpful to take on long-range engagements. The granulated grip tape will greatly improve the ADS accuracy for mid to long-range combats. And lastly, the 30 rounds OTM magazine will increase the overall ammunition by 10 rounds, and it will also increase the base damage by a pretty significant amount. Overall, it is an extremely powerful loadout for mid to long-range combats. It has the highest amount of damage out of all the automatic weapons, and accuracy-wise, you won't be disappointed with this custom loadout at all. Anyways, as the loadout comes only with 30 rounds magazine in its chamber, I recommend you to use the highest variant of the extended magazine mods. This will greatly help you with the ammunition management. And now, let's talk about the CR56 AMAX, which also comes at number 5 spot according to my opinion. Unlike the DRH, this assault rifle is mainly recommended for close to mid-range engagements. It has some great fire rate and a pretty moderate amount of damage. The AMAX also has multiple variants available as ground loots. But I personally suggest you to use the blue variant and the purple variant of this assault rifle, as the green one is not that much optimized for the long run. The only downside of this weapon is the recoil pattern, which sometimes can be extremely unpredictable. Now, with the custom loadout, I have mainly focused on the bullet spread accuracy and the overall recoil management of this weapon. Anyways, I am using the OWC light compensator, which will simultaneously improve the horizontal and the vertical recoil control of your weapon. The MIP custom long barrel also improves the overall recoil management by a pretty decent amount, and as a bonus, it increases the damage range and the bullet spread accuracy of your weapon as well. The OWC laser tactical will increase the aiming speed and improve the ADS bullet spread accuracy. The granulated grip tape will greatly improve the ADS accuracy for mid to long range combats. And lastly, the classic red dot sight will be super helpful to take on those ADS engagements. Overall, it is a great loadout for close to mid-range engagements. The long range is not recommended because of the lack of damage of this weapon. And that's why I have included also the DRH at number 5 spot, which will thrive flawlessly in long-range combats. Anyways, for the mods, just like the DRH, I am personally using the purple variant of the extended magazine mods with this custom loadout until I find the void mods in the map. The void mods will provide you with the best results possible. Now, coming at number 4 spot, we also have two different assault rifles. One of them is the AK117 and another one is the M4. Both of these two weapons are performing pretty great after the release of the Season 6 update. First, let's talk about the AK117, which is a mid-tier assault rifle with a pretty moderate amount of damage and super high fire rate. You generally may find multiple different variants of this assault rifle as ground loots. One of them is the level 2 green version, which comes with a 48 rounds extended magazine. And another one is the level 4 purple variant, which is mainly focused on the vertical recoil management. Both of these two variants are pretty easy to find, and they are extremely optimized for close to mid-range engagements. Now, for the custom loadout of the AK117, I have focused only on the overall accuracy and the recoil management of this weapon, and made it a super versatile hybrid choice for close to mid-range engagements. The MIP Light Flash Guard will simultaneously improve the ADS and the hip-fire accuracy of your weapon. The OWC Marksman Barrel will increase the damage range and improve the overall recoil management by a pretty significant amount. The MIP Laser will boost the sprint to fire speed and greatly increase the hip-fire accuracy. The Merc for Grip will slightly improve the vertical recoil control and maximize the hip-fire accuracy for close-range engagements. And lastly, the Granulated Grip Tape will greatly improve the ADS accuracy for close to mid-range combats. Overall, it is a pretty optimized loadout with a pretty decent damage range and some great amount of hip-fire accuracy. The Marksman Barrel gives you some great control on the overall recoil management. Also, the Granulated Grip Tape provides you with pretty decent bullet spread accuracy for sudden ADS engagements. Anyways, for the mods, I am suggesting you to use the purple variant of the extended magazine mods, or you can also choose to use the void mods as well. And now, let's cover the M4, which also comes at the number 4 spot. This is a pretty easy to use mid-tier assault rifle, which has a great balance of accuracy and recoil management. The only downside of this weapon is the damage, which is pretty lower comparing to the other assault rifles. Still, it can be a great choice for mid to long range engagements, as the recoil of this weapon is extremely easy to control, and it has some great amount of ADS accuracy in long range distance. Now, with the custom variant of this weapon, I have mainly focused on the damage range and the bullet spread accuracy for the long range engagements. I have used the monolithic suppressor, which increases the overall damage range by a pretty decent amount. The OWC Marksman Barrel will increase the damage range and improve the overall recoil management by a pretty significant amount. The OWC Laser Tactical will increase the aiming speed and it will greatly help you with the ADS bullet spread accuracy. I am using the classic red dot sight as it greatly helps me with the long range encounters. And lastly, I am using the 50 rounds extended magazine as the M4 needs a pretty heavy amount of ammo to kill an enemy with a level 3 vest. Overall, it is an extremely versatile custom loadout for mid to long range distance. It is extremely easy to use and it has a great combination of damage range and ADS bullet spread accuracy for mid to long range engagements. Also, the 50 rounds extended magazine will greatly help you with ammunition management. Anyways, for the mods, you can either go with the dense fire mods, or you can choose to use the QRF mods if you manage to find it out. And now, coming at number 3 spot, we have two submachine guns. One of them is the purple Fennec and another one is the MX9, which is a totally new weapon in the Battle Royale. And don't worry, the number 3 is the last spot where I've placed two weapons together. I originally thought of putting just the Fennec inside of this list. But when I got my hands on the MX9, especially the custom one, I had to put this alongside with the Fennec as well. Anyways, first, let's talk about the Fennec, which is one of the fastest killing weapon inside of the Battle Royale. As a ground loot, I have only found the purple variant of this weapon, which is pretty optimized for up-close engagements. It has the highest amount of the fire rate, and the hip-fire accuracy of this weapon is extremely accurate. Now, with the custom variant of this weapon, I have improved the overall damage range and cranked up the hipfire accuracy to the maximum level. I am using the MIP Light Flash Guard, which will simultaneously improve the ADS and the hipfire accuracy of your weapon. The MIP Extended Light Barrel will increase the overall damage range and improve the ADS bullet spread. The MIP Laser will boost your sprint to fire speed and greatly increase the hipfire accuracy. The Merc for Grip will slightly increase the hipfire bullet spread accuracy, but it will greatly improve the vertical recoil of this weapon. And lastly, I am using the Extended Magazine A, which will be helpful with the ammunition management. Overall, it is one of the fastest killing loadout in close range distance, which is almost identical with the new MX9, which I am about to cover right now. Anyways, for the mods, I am recommending you to use the purple variant of the extended magazine mods, or you can choose to use the void mods, which can be extremely deadly with this Fennec loadout. And now, let's cover the MX9, which is totally new in the Battle Royale, and also comes at number 3 spot. Trust me, I never thought of putting this weapon in this video. But once I've started to use it, it has become my main choice of secondary, in basically every single matches. It has an extremely high fire rate, and it has a pretty decent balance of overall mobility and accuracy for close to mid-range engagements. You will find 3 different variants of the MX9 as ground loots. The green one and the blue one is almost identical, but the golden variant of this weapon is extremely powerful and super optimized in up-close distance. Although, the golden one is super hard to find, but you can go with the blue variant with any hesitation. It has a pretty solid hipfire accuracy, and with the perfect attachments, you can make it even more powerful than it already is. Anyways, let's talk about the custom loadout of the MX9. I am using the MIP Extended Light Barrel, which will increase the overall damage range of this weapon by a pretty decent amount. The Combat Laser will increase the hipfire accuracy by a staggering 40%. The Marathon Stock will increase the spirit of fire speed of your weapon by 15%. I am using the Sturdy Grip Tape, which helped me counter the flinch by 45%, making it more versatile in one-on-one battle. And lastly, I am using the Hybrid Magazine for MX9, which increases the ammo capacity by 10 rounds and also increase the reload speed of the loadout. Overall, it is a pretty aggressive MX9 build, which is mainly built for close to mid-range engagements. And when I say mid-range, I mean you can use the hipfire up to a pretty higher distance. Anyways, for the mods, I am suggesting you to use the Dense Fire mods, or you can also use the QRF mods to get best results. And now, coming at number 2 spot, we have the AK47. Some of my fellow viewers may disagree with this, but trust me when I say, the weapon I have placed at number 1 spot is much better than the AK47 in the current state of Battle Royale. But we are gonna talk about that weapon later. Now, some players may think that the AK47 has received a noticeable nerf on the recoil management. But in my opinion, it has not received any sort of buffs or nerfs. Before the release of the Season 6 update, you used to get the level 3 variant of this assault rifle, which is now replaced with 2 different variants. One of them is a pretty basic one, having no attachments. And another one is the level 4 purple variant, which is mainly optimized for close to mid-range engagements. I personally feel like the AK47 is almost the same as it was in the previous seasons. But unlike the previous seasons, currently we have so many different choices rather than just using the AK47 repeatedly. Now, with the custom loadout of this high-tier assault rifle, I mainly focused on the damage range and the bullet spread accuracy of this weapon. Let's start with the monolithic suppressor. This muzzle attachment will decreases the sound of the shots and increase the overall damage range by a pretty decent amount. Then add the OWC Ranger barrel. This will increase the damage range and improve the overall recoil management by a pretty significant amount. Now add the OWC Laser Tactical. This will increase the aiming speed and improve the ADS bullet spread accuracy. Then add the granulated grip tape. This rear grip will greatly improve the ADS accuracy for mid to long range combats. And lastly, add the classic red dot sight to finish the build. This optic attachment will be helpful to take on long range engagements. I have tested multiple builds for this weapon after the release of the Season 6 update, and this one is the most versatile one out of all of my AK47 loadouts. People mainly gonna be using this assault rifle for mid to long range combats, and this loadout has a great balance of damage range and ADS bullet spread accuracy. Although I haven't used any underbarrel with this loadout because with the help of the Ranger barrel, the recoil feels pretty easy to control. Still, if you find the recoil control is difficult for you, then you can switch the granulated grip tape with the Ranger for grip, which will improve your recoil management by a pretty significant amount. Anyways, for the mods, I am recommending you to use the highest variant of the extended magazine mods, which is extremely recommended with this custom build. Now, before we get to the number 1 spot, I need to talk about one honorable mention, which is the HS04 shotgun. Me personally feel like getting this weapon in Battle Royale as a ground loot is by far the best thing inside of the Season 6 update. I was originally supposed to place this weapon at the number 3 spot, alongside with the purple variant of the Fennec. Then I thought, a majority of the players are going to use the submachine guns as a secondary, instead of the shotguns. That's why I am covering this weapon as an honorable mention in this video. Now, you generally get the level 3 blue variant of this weapon as ground loots, which comes with an extended magazine. This weapon is by far the best choice to use as a secondary, as it gives you a great chance to one-shot knock out any enemy in close range engagements. But unlike the Echo, which is another viable option for a shotgun, the HS04 needs a ton of skill to use, as you may need to be extremely accurate with your shots, and you also need to work on your movements to counter enemy bullets. Anyways, here is the best custom loadout for the HS04. The RTC extended light barrel will increase the damage range by a pretty decent amount and improve the ADS accuracy of your weapon. The MIP laser will boost your sprint to fire speed and greatly improve the hip fire accuracy. The choke muzzle attachment will simultaneously improve the ADS and the hip fire accuracy of your weapon. And it also increases the damage range by a slight amount. And lastly, I am using the no stock and stipple grip tape, which increases my overall mobility by a pretty significant amount. Overall, it is an extremely aggressive shotgun loadout, which can be perfectly optimized for super close range engagements. It has some great hip fire accuracy, and with the combination of the no stock and the stipple grip tape, the quickscopes can be extremely deadly, as they will most likely knock an enemy out with just one shot up close. Anyways, for the mods, I am recommending you to use the extended magazine mods until you get your hands on the slider mods, which will give you the most satisfying results. And finally, coming at number 1 spot, we have the HS26. This is a multifunctional high-tier weapon, which has a pretty awesome balance of damage and accuracy for long-range engagements. The only downside with this weapon is the overall mobility, but except that, it is by far the best weapon to use in the current season of the Battle Royale. You can get your hands on 2 different variants of this weapon. The level 2 green one and the level 4 purple one, and both of them have the same amount of damage, but the purple one feels a little bit easier to control inside of the battlefield. You just need to equip a classic red dot sight with this weapon, and you are ready to go against any sort of mid to long range engagements. Now, with the custom loadout of this multifunctional weapon, I have increased the damage range and mainly focused on the ADS accuracy of this weapon. Let's start with the monolithic suppressor. This muzzle attachment will silence the sounds of your shots and increase the damage range by a pretty significant amount. Then add the OWC laser tactical. This attachment will boost your aiming speed and improve the ADS bullet spread. Now add the granulated grip tape. This rear grip will take the ADS bullet spread accuracy to the maximum level, making it extremely accurate for those extra long range engagements. Now, as the vertical recoil of this weapon is pretty easy to control, I am using the RTC steady stock instead of using any under-barrel attachment. This will greatly help you counter the flinch and improve the horizontal recoil of your weapon. And lastly, add the classic red dot sight to complete the build. I am using a custom optic because the default iron side of the holder is not that much user-friendly, to be honest. Overall, it is a pretty powerful custom loadout for mid to long range combats. It has a great balance of damage range and recoil management. Also, it has some great ADS bullet spread accuracy as well. The mobility will be a little bit of downside with this loadout, although that's something you shouldn't be worrying about if you want to use this weapon as a light machine gun. Otherwise, you can equip the HS26 double stack carbine magazine instead of using the RTC steady stock, which improves the overall mobility by a pretty significant amount and making this weapon basically an assault rifle. Anyways, for the mods, I am recommending you to use the purple or the golden variant of the stabilizer mods, as this will give you the best performance possible. Anyways, that's basically it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed today's contents. It would be greatly appreciated if you drop a like and share this with your teammates. And if you are new here, then don't forget to press the subscribe button and turn on post notifications. I upload some pretty helpful tips and tricks videos and make some pretty powerful gunsmith loadouts for the Battle Royale. And trust me, you don't want to miss out any of my custom build. Follow me on Instagram and join my Discord server for exclusive tips and more awesome content. Links are provided in the description. Alright then, have a great day. I'll see you at the next one with my newly updated sensitivity settings for the Season 6 and some of my awesome HUD layouts for the Battle Royale. Till then, take care. Bulls out.